Hello and welcome to Qigong.com, spelled C-H-I-K-U-N-G. You can call me. The purpose of this video is to explain all of my 9 DVD programs, starting with Tidal Wave Qigong and ending with my most spectacular creation ever, which is 5-element internal Qigong. So, Tidal Wave Qigong. I started creating my Qigong system. I learned it in 1978. By 1983, it had turned into a self-contained practice. I started teaching privates and seminars, and I haven't changed it since I created it because I got it right. So Tidal Wave Qigong contains Qi circulations, it contains postures that you put the mind training on top of, condensing breathing, projection, all the important stuff that's in Qigong is in my Qigong. In 1993, I put it on video in the studio. Perfect recording. I got it right. Obviously, I converted to DVD years later. In 1999, well, let's back up. With the Tidal Wave Qigong, you go straight through it, takes one time, 3 hours, and then you end up with the 28-minute daily practice routine that is never going to change. It's always been the same and will always be the same. The next program I created in 1999 was Mind Light Qigong, and it wasn't intentional. People were calling me and asking me for more, for different, for bigger practices. One thing led to another, and it struck me like lightning. All of a sudden, I decided to take all the internal practices from the entire Tai Chi system from Master Wei Sun Liao and put them into an organized fashion that people could actually learn without a Tai Chi background. That's an important feature. Without. So, with the Qigong, you don't need any Tai Chi skill. With the Qigong, you still don't need any Tai Chi skill. And as a matter of fact, with all my DVD programs, you never need Tai Chi skill. So the mind training is what I concentrate on. So what I created when I created the Mind Light Qigong was all the internal practices from the entire Tai Chi system. I separated into subsets, and then I created 4 routines. The program is awesome. With Mind Light Qigong, a few years earlier than now, I created the Qigong Bible with the help of Larry, who did all the Photoshop work. So the Qigong Bible contains all the practices from Mind Light Qigong. It's awesome. It's got awesome. So it can be bought separately, or it's included when you purchase Mind Light Qigong, or if you want to do privates, which nobody has done since I came out on video for this. So you'll end up with 4 practice routines, A, B, C, and D. They all take an hour. It's awesome. And then I thought I was done. And then out of somewhere from practicing with my guys came Big Wave. So it's a water practice. It's easy to do. It's not grueling on the body. You learn a lot of, it's all mind training, but it's all Qi circulations in the fashion of water. That's available. The next one is Open Fire. So I created a complementary practice of fire, because now I've got water, now I got fire too. Fire's also separate. And for these other practices, you do need Tidal Wave Qigong first. Then I came up with what I learned from Domingo 2 in 1979, the linkage exercises. It's sort of stand-up yoga. You're never going to be sitting down. It's all done in standing postures, but it's grueling on the ligaments. It's awesome for the structure of the body. And if you practice the linkage exercises, you never have to go to a chiropractor again. It's that easy. It's hard to do. Everybody practices the linkage, hates it. But when it's over, they feel great. So you can do it once a week, once a month, that's up to you, once a year. But you'll never have to get treated by anybody else for mechanical issues, because the linkage gets in there and does things that nothing else will do. The next thing is Black Diamond. Again, this came out of nowhere. What happened was I was practicing the inside form from Mind, Light, and Qigong, and I started adding more individual practices to it. So the base of Black Diamond was the inside form, and then I added 8 more forms. So that's self-contained, but you have to go through Qigong first. Then the next was the macro Qigong program. All of a sudden I got new stuff coming out of me. I got Cranky Mother, which is mother meditation, which is related to the mother meditation from Mind, Light, and Qigong. Then I got post-green extensions, because people were asking me for more mind training practices like what's in the green subset that's in Mind, Light, and Qigong. I want to show you how all these things are related to each other, but yet separate. And you can buy Cranky Mother separately, you can buy post-green extension separately, and you can buy Black Diamond as a whole package. The next thing that came out was the Mojo Man routine. Because people were asking me to teach them how to project to influence situations, project to protect themselves, project to protect others. People do hire me on the phone to put out mojo practices to help people in situations, whether or not they know who's doing it, whether it's voodoo, Santeria, whatever version of the attack from somebody else. I can block those purposely by putting out protective shields for people. And that happens every couple of weeks. Somebody's hiring me for that. But that was going to be a seminar. But the problem with creating a seminar is people have to fly around. A handful of guys wanted me to teach them the Mojo Man practices, so I put it on video. It's available separately. You can buy that separately. Next and last is the 5-element Qigong program, which took me 40 years to create, and what it turns out to be is the most amazing thing that I ever created. So there's 4 DVDs, and you go through the instruction section first, and then I have 5 routines, so you have an option of small practices versus larger practices to do, and it's awesome. Again, my website is Qigong.com, spelled C-H-I-K-U-N-G. My cell phone number is 312-446-8218, and I do look forward to speaking with everybody. Get in touch with me. This is awesome. By the way, one more thing. With the 5-element Qigong program, it's self-contained. So you don't have to go through Qigong and Qigong first. It's a startup program. So as soon as you get my 5-element Qigong program, you're on your way. You don't have to go through Qigong first, because in advance of recording it, I decided to make it workable for everybody regardless of previous experience. I'll talk to you soon.